Good morning. So we are out here today in a little bit different spot than normal. I've been doing a lot of beach cleaning by where I live because it's winter and it's freezing, and if it gets too cold, it's nice to sort of jump ship after maybe an hour beach clean or something like that. But yeah, I took a little bit of a drive today out east from where I live, about an hour and a half, and we are in the middle of nowhere. This is absolutely awesome. This sort of county park, I think, and it's all about the dunes here. There's like 80-foot, 100-foot high dunes, as you can see by some of the footage that I have or will show you, and it's just absolutely beautiful scenery out here. So yeah, we're gonna hike through these dunes for a bit, see what types of trash we come across, and then head on over to, there's a cove that I want to check out, and then maybe sort of more of the ocean side that we're going to explore, and yeah, see what else is out there. So hopefully it doesn't look like there's too much trash actually out here by these dunes right now, but we'll pick up what we can along the way, and then I'm sure, unfortunately, as always, there will be stuff on the beach itself. So yeah, get your trash pickers, gloves, all that good stuff, and let's get trashed. Well, that was absolutely beautiful, as you can see by the scenery behind me. These dunes along the shore are just stunning, and it's a little windy out here, but luckily I have my fancy mic filter, and I don't even care because if it's a little windy in the mic, it's beautiful enough, I think, to overwrite that. As you saw by some of those video clips, stunning views of both the water and the sort of dunes here. Like I said, 100-foot high dunes. Some great visuals, and unfortunately a lot of trash, not so much along the dunes. As I say that, there's a trash bag over here and literally a shotgun shell that I just pulled out of the sand next to me. So as always, this stuff is hiding if you know where to look for it, but in general there was much more trash down by the water, and as I say in many of our videos here, that's where a lot of trash ends up. It ends up running down to the water. So if it starts out in the dunes or higher, farther inland, it obviously is going to take its time to wash down to the ocean, and there's all types of pollution down there, particularly obviously plastic pollution, which is bad for many reasons. And that's what I found, really, just all types of plastic pollution that I usually run into. So everything from old cups, which again, some of this stuff is bad because it sort of shatters and it's sharp and it can cut animals, but more often it just degrades down into microplastics, which are tinier pieces, and then winds up in being ingested by various sea creatures, and that's none too good for them. So it's good to pick up this stuff where you find it. Unfortunately, it's a little too degraded to recycle, but if you can at least get it out of these marine habitats, that's sort of what matters most. Sorry for the wind, I'll keep it brief here, because I think the visuals again speak for themselves. But yeah, a lot of the typical stuff, bags, found some strange stuff too that I couldn't really tell, like these old bottles. Yeah, a lot of just single-use plastics, which unfortunately you find a lot of out here these days. Wrappers, and yeah, as I always say, I think it speaks to like the nature of having to really have conversations about doing more to reduce and recycle and find alternatives to some of this plastic waste. I mean, these water bottles, these single-use bottles, I find so many of, and it's unfortunate because these could be recycled even if they didn't wind up at the beach. And whether people are just tossing them there, leaving them, forgetting them, or they're running down to the water through storm drains from street level, which I think a lot of them do, maybe even most of them, it adds up, right? I mean, this park over here, I mean, there's a few people that I saw here, but we're mostly alone. And if you go through the brush here all the way to the beach side where there aren't clear trails to get to, if people aren't trafficking those beaches, then the trash sort of builds up over time. And that's exactly what we saw over there on the ocean side, right? As you saw from that video. So yeah, again, a lot of single-use plastics this time. Wrappers. I'm on a bubble wrap finding streak. This is like the, I don't know, fourth or fifth video I found bubble wrap. And as I've said in those videos, and I'll say again, it's not like people are doing their holiday, birthday present wrapping at the beach and leaving their bubble wrap behind. It's coming from other sources, obviously. So if that's coming from other sources, it means some of this other stuff, just because it's commonly found at the beach, like bottles and straws and stuff, it's also coming from these other sources too. So yeah, I found this is my favorite find of the day. I call him the captain. I don't know what his deal is or what he's doing here, but he's a little floaty toy. So anything you find, it does make a difference. I know it can seem daunting sometimes because there's so much trash, but every piece you pick up does help. And again, it's all about, you know, sharing these stories with other people. And all the time, more and more on our videos here, I get people commenting on how much they've learned, and they often have insights, and I'm learning stuff. Every video, somebody comments some insights of similar trash they found, or different styles or techniques they have to going out and trying to find trash and beach cleaning. So it all adds up towards the change, or the bigger changes that we need, but it starts with these small steps. So don't get discouraged from the stuff that you find. It's good work that you're doing. Again, it's just, you're not going to solve it all in one day, but together we are slowly, hopefully, building towards those longer term solutions. So anyways, yeah, that's our beach clean for today, and an absolutely beautiful new environment. And we'll have more adventures. I have some cool ideas coming up, as I promised at the end of last year. And yeah, we're going to do some pretty wild adventures this year. So if you like this stuff, subscribe. There's a button below where you can subscribe, and you'll get notifications for these videos. And let me know what you think in the comments as always too. So yeah, thanks so much for joining us here on this pretty chilly but absolutely beautiful winter day. So until next time, stay safe, clean well, and hope to see you on the beach soon.